On paper, the Dodge Durango appears to be a fantastic mid-sized SUV with a strong towing capacity. Some people adore it, while others think it's dubious. Although it has plenty of space for the entire family and enough technology to keep the Geek Squad occupied, is this Dodge dependable? Putting aside the advertising hype and the muscle mystique image, the Dodge Durango has experienced 42 recalls and its fair share of mechanical issues. In this short video, we will look at 10 most popular recalls and red flags of the third generation Durango in order to see what lies beneath the marketing hype and macho image. And just before we start, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Unintended continued acceleration. The adaptive cruise control in the 2014 Durango enables the car to accelerate more quickly when the gas pedal is depressed. It is not so great when a flaw results in unintended continued acceleration after the cruise control clocks the desired speed, even though this sounds great in a sales blurb or on the open road. When the driver's foot was lifted off the gas pedal, the driver assistance module system of the Durango failed to stop acceleration, leading to anxious situations and increased accident risk. ESC malfunction. The numerous driver aids and built-in safety features in the 2021 to 2022 Dodge Durango are useless if they break down. According to reports, the ESC light on these models is faulty and may not illuminate, signaling a problem with the ABS control module software. The ESC is a practical safety feature. The electronic stability control interacts with various sensors on the car. It prevents you, the driver, from swerving off the road on slick turns or gravel roads. Although we may all believe that we are the best drivers on the road, these systems quietly keep us all out of harm's way. To update the ABS control module software, a recall was issued under FCA recall number Z20. Although the solution appears straightforward, it is important to not undervalue the risks to drivers, passengers, and other road users if no fix is found. Steering assembly bar failure. The more recent Dodge Durango model years are not exempt from serious issues that lead to recalls. Because the steering assembly bar on some 2021 to 2022 vehicles was bending inside the steering rack, the NHTSA campaign issued a recall in March 2022. What does this therefore mean to a potential customer? No matter the size or shape of the vehicle, any loss of steering is not desirable. In this instance, a faulty steering rack that engages with the pinion gear at the base of your car's steering column may have teeth or linear gears. The metal used in the manufacturing process for the steering rack was discovered to be insufficiently hardened. Loss of steering control brought on by the steering rack failing by binding will almost certainly result in a car accident. Owners were informed that the steering gear assembly would be replaced at no additional cost. Voltage regulator chip failure. The 2018 Dodge Durango has powertrain issues, continuing the niggling problems plaguing Chrysler. On the electronic circuit board of the powertrain control module, a faulty voltage regulator chip was used during manufacturing. If this chip malfunctions, the car won't start or the engine won't stall while it's moving, which increases the chance of getting stuck and getting into an accident from a stalled car. This is due to the voltage regulator's responsibility for ensuring that your vehicle's components are receiving the proper amount of electrical power. Simply put, electrical components, such as the battery, will no longer charge while driving and eventually die if the voltage regulator is defective or damaged. Before purchasing the Durango, any prospective owner should research electrical issues because they can be expensive. Under recall number U87 and the NHTSA campaign, Chrysler issued a recall in 2018 to replace the defective powertrain control module at no cost to the owner. Rearview image can remain on the display. The rear camera, which helps drivers with reversing and is typically displayed on the radio screen when the reverse gear is engaged, is a rather useful feature on any modern vehicle these days. This is regrettably not so great for 2019 Durango owners. The camera was on even after the car had moved out of reverse due to a software glitch. The car did not meet requirement 111 of the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard as a result. 319,610 vehicles in total were recalled by Chrysler. Owners could update the software in the dealer's workshop or remotely via over-the-air. Cruise control failure. The luxury feature of a speed cruise control system allows for effortless and stress-free driving, especially when traveling long distances, by maintaining highway cruising speeds without drawing the attention of the local sheriff. Any potential owner of a 2014 to 2018 Dodge Durango vehicle should be aware of the concern when the driver is unable to deactivate the cruise control. Due to a short circuit in the wiring loom of the speed cruise control that came standard on the Durango, the NHTSA issued a recall in 2018. This flaw limited the driver's ability to further slow down or accelerate by preventing the driver from disengaging cruise control when braking or using the specialized steering wheel controls. The worst-case scenario of this potentially fatal flaw, which affected 4,846,885 vehicles, is the increased accident risk brought on by faulty braking. Following an examination of the impacted vehicles by Chrysler, free software updates for the ECM and PCM were provided to the owners. Vehicle rollaway due to ABS malfunction. No driver will be able to stop their car safely without an efficient braking system, especially in an emergency. Unfortunately, issues with the ABS anti-skid braking system have plagued the Dodge Durango from 2018 to 2019. The integrated braking system of the Durango makes use of the built-in ABS module to regulate the braking force, preventing skidding in slick and emergency braking situations, as well as other safety features present on the vehicle. One such safety feature is that when the brakes are applied and the transmission is put in and taken out of park, the car stays stationary. Due to an issue with the ABS control module, the transmission was able to shift in and out of park while the brake lights illuminated without the driver pressing the brake pedal. Another worry is that the driver might start the car without applying the brakes, which would increase the possibility of a rollaway and an accident. Following Chrysler's discovery that the issue was caused by a faulty HCU ABS module that reported pressure in the primary circuit incorrectly, FCA recalled the 270,904 affected vehicles. Faulty EGR valve with power failure. For the 3.6 liters engine 2021 Dodge Durango, power loss issues have been brought on by a problematic EGR valve. The vehicle's ability to accelerate is also being impacted. The exhaust gas reticulation valve in your car's engine is in charge of reducing exhaust emissions by returning a small amount of the exhaust gases from the exhaust manifold back into the air intake. The ECU, or brain, of your car will process a false reading from a malfunctioning EGR valve and adjust the air-fuel ratio as a result. As a result, there is an unintentional loss of power, which puts people in danger and further ruins the mystique surrounding muscle cars. Missing side curtain airbag fastener. Any vehicle's airbags and safety belts are regarded as safety-critical parts, and we expect them to function at a minimum. Chrysler discovered a missing or loose side curtain airbag fastener after a customer reported hearing rattling in the C-pillar. According to Chrysler, the manufacturing error that affected the 2020 to 2021 Durango was not due to carelessness. Regardless of the cause, the installation mistake will stop the airbags from functioning properly in the event of an accident. In 2021, Chrysler issued recall number Y16 requiring affected vehicles to be inspected and the problem fixed if necessary. Incorrect automatic transmission park rod. The 2018 Dodge Durango's fourth recall, which was announced in May as part of the NHTSA campaign, ought to be sufficient to cast serious doubt on this car. Chrysler installed the wrong park lock rod when making the 2018 Durango, which could prevent the transmission from shifting into park and stopping the vehicle. Manufacturers have been under increased pressure from safety lobby groups to incorporate safety features into their vehicles. One such function, the park lock brake, enables the gearbox to be locked while the vehicle is in park gear to stop it from moving. This safety feature cannot be activated if the wrong park rod component is installed in the Durango. As a result, there is a greater chance that the car will roll away, crash, and injure other drivers. Conclusion: the Dodge Durango has managed to stay afloat despite having been around in the same form for a very long time thanks to its butch looks, a wide range of engine choices, and respectable levels of practicality. The Durango was never a particularly dependable SUV during its lifetime, but given the mild severity of these complaints effects, Dodge continued to sell this midsize SUV. Although it still has a sizable number of complaints against it after all these years, most of them already have fixes, so owning it shouldn't be too difficult. Although no automotive expert recommends this SUV as their top pick given how long it has been around, it would be a respectably reliable option, at least in its base engine trims.